Adam Lerner, BrooklynPhotoworks.com, and welcome to another segment of Basic Flash Photography. And today I want to talk to you about bouncing light. Now, we love using umbrellas to bounce light. How cool is it when you just take a flash and you put it into an umbrella and you take that really hard light source, you bounce it into the umbrella pushes that nice soft light out, and you get a really nice effect. That's great. But sometimes you don't have an umbrella available, or maybe you're in a space where you can't fit an umbrella, or it's even possible that you have an environment where you don't even need an umbrella. So what would that be? Well, let me give you an example. Let's just say you were somewhere where you wanted to use a bounce card. So you could take your flash, okay, you could position it in respect to your bounce card like this, and yeah, let me put it like that so you guys can see it properly. And look what happens here. I just bounced the flash off of here. So I took this little light source and I made it a much bigger light source. And also, we also have to take into account here that not only did I bounce the light off of the bounce that I have right here, it also bounced off the table. So now I've even used the table as another light source or another modifier. So I use this and the table as a modifier. This is very, very cool. The nice thing about this is, like, for example, you could have an assistant hold a flash and a modifier like this up near your subject, and they could kind of walk with them as you're doing something and really have a lot of control over how you're lighting that subject and how your subject is moving. That's really neat. One other thing you guys could also do is we could just use the table as a modifier. So I could basically have some really kind of crazy underlight, boom, and I used this table, this white table, as a modifier. So the light came out of here, it bounced off the table, it bounced back into my face. There you go. Another way to light and use a bouncing modifier, ceilings and walls. So I can take the flash and I can take it like this, and I can put it on a stand, or I could hold it up or have somebody hold it up for me, and boom. Now I've used the ceiling as a giant modifier. I can also point it out to a wall. One thing to consider all the time when you are using a bounce, whether it be a ceiling or a wall or a table or whatever it may be, is that if any of those objects have any kind of a color, it is going to influence the color of your flash. So let's say you were shooting or bouncing onto an orange wall. You're going to bounce that orange color onto your subject. And look, it might be a cool effect, or it might be really disastrous. So for me, I try to go for walls that are very neutral or white in color so that I don't influence my exposure with some weird color cast that I wasn't looking for. One thing that I should also mention with this bounce is that we've got a white side and we've got a silver side. So if we're going to use the white side, we're going to get a softer light and we're going to get softer highlights, okay, because it's white and it's going to be smooth. Whereas if we use a silver side, we're going to get a harder light and we're going to get more specular or more contrasty highlights. The same thing is going to be true in using an umbrella. So like if you're basically bouncing your light into an umbrella, you shoot into a white umbrella, that's going to give you a softer light than if you're shooting into a silver umbrella, which is going to give you a harder, more contrasty light with more specular highlighs. So there you go, guys. That is lighting basics, using different ways to bounce light or bounce flash to light your subject. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll see you soon. If you guys are looking to learn more about flash photography, check out the Froknow's Photo Beginner Flash Guide. This is an awesome 3+ hour video guide where we start at the very beginning. We take you through the fundamentals of flash photography and show you every step of the way. Then we take you along for live photo shoots and we show you all of our settings and the mentality that we use to get behind the photos. It's awesome. So again, check out froknowsphoto.com/flashguide to learn a lot more.